Millennials are shocked. Shocked, I tell you. Why are they shocked this time? Well, if you remember, I did a video saying that they were shocked, that the women, millennial women, were shocked by, after marching for a minimum wage hike to $16.36 an hour, that they all lost their jobs, and they were shocked. But can you imagine millennials marching in the streets for a bill that would protect, quote unquote, protect gig workers? For those of you who don't know what a gig worker is, it's people that work just gigs. Those are one-time jobs, such as musicians, Uber drivers, writers, dancers. These people do one job, they establish themselves as competent, and get a call when there is work to do. These people have an expertise that people know they can rely on. Studio musician, truck driver, backup dancer, backup singer, hand model, freelance journalist. Hello, welcome to the Shakaama Live Show with your host Shakaama. I am a licensed freelance journalist here in Las Vegas. The best possible thing that you could do to actually help my channel is to watch the entire video. So let's keep going. It's going to be a short one. I swear, these people get paid a going rate, right? They're not the star of the show. Also, they might submit a story if they think it's good or trending, such as something that a writer or a journalist, hello, how you doing? Journalist here in Las Vegas, or paparazzi, right? They would take I got a picture of such and so pushing their baby carriage down the street, or I got a picture of Thor in his underwear through the hotel window, right? The bill California passed was written by the worker unions. Do you smell something fishy? The bill says there is no such thing as a gig worker. The company must put the people on the payroll and provide insurance, federal taxes, Social Security that the employer pays for each of you. Did you know this? In fact, everything that's above your actual payment on your check when you get it, that they all take off, the employer also pays all of that too. So you pay half of that and the employer pays the other half. So all of those people saying that they want to work for $15 an hour, actually you were actually getting paid $15 an hour. It's just that the federal government was taking half of it. Do you see how all of this is working? So here's a fun fact. Vox Media and other media outlets were praising the bill and got people to support it massively across the state in California. Meanwhile, lawyers, truckers, union workers, etc., got exemptions from the bill. So the unions wrote the bill and got themselves exempt from the bill. Why is this? Because a lot of union workers are on call. If a convention comes to town, they get a call. For the most part, a lot of union people collect unemployment because technically they are not employed at the time. It goes on here in Las Vegas a lot. This is the convention capital of the world, I believe, and so the people in the union work during the convention. When they are not working, they collect unemployment because technically they're not working. Now, do they make enough money to cover all of their expenses? Yes, more than enough. They're union, right? They get union salaries. But technically, they collect unemployment because technically they're not working. And the unions got exempted from the bill that they submitted. After the bill passed, Vox Media fired close to 1,000 freelance writers and definitely did not hire them. Dancers and Uber drivers were out of a job, among other people. Musicians were flat out of luck. Not just the studio band, but the lead singer, or person who normally organizes the gig No more just handing them $200 after the show. They couldn't afford to do all the paperwork to hire them for a one-night gig. And they would have to keep them on the payroll and pay them all the benefits that under California law and federal law they have to give them, right? Because the restaurant or bar also has to hire the singer. So no, they're not going to do that. As if millennials weren't shocked enough about losing their job for the minimum wage stuff, this set of millennials were super duper shocked because they don't work for minimum wage. They are solidly in the middle class or better, much better. So they marched in the street. The unions got them all marching in the street. And the state legislator who got the bill passed was, doing her best because she's an empowered woman to do her best to fight for the little worker guy, the people, the gig workers. They didn't read the bill. All the people marching, they didn't read the bill. They didn't see what was in it. But they marched in the street for it. And they lost their job. Oh, but wait, there's more. New York and several other states are considering passing the same exact law. Why? Because it decimated Uber, Lyft, rideshare, Uber Eats, all of that stuff. All of that stuff. For the most part, a lot of restaurants already hire a driver. You actually go, you're on the payroll, and you're the driver for the restaurant. Who they don't hire is people like Uber Eats or DoorPass or whatever. What is it called? Grubhub, all of those people. Those are not on anybody's payroll. They just do a gig, go home and see their family. So literally, they got women fired from this. All of the dancers. And we're not talking about just ballet dancers. We're talking about every type of dancer you can think of. Because they are gig people. They're dancers. They might rehearse and practice every day, but they get paid at the gig for the gig only, right? The gentleman club doesn't actually hire them. They work for themselves. So women got fired again. Marching in the street later got fired when the bill passed. Oh, it said what? It had this consequence? What? Yes. Thank you all for watching. Thank everybody. And like I said, if you watch the whole video, you have to have your ads turned on. Otherwise, YouTube doesn't count you at all. This is why the channel is dead. Because all the people who don't want to do anything, don't want to watch any advertisements, and who don't have YouTube Premium or YouTube Red or ever had YouTube Red, they want to just watch my stuff for some reason. Just me. Like PewDiePie complains when 10% of his audience has ad blockers on. I have something like 60 to 70%. So everybody talks about, I think YouTube is suppressing you. No, 70% of the audience who watches with ads blocked is suppressing me. Thank you all for all of you all who have donated. I'm going through a very hard time financially. And some of you even, not only do they block ads, they then say, how dare you ask for money? Dude, you're robbing from me. Please, just be quiet. Go away somewhere else. Anywhere else. I'm going broke. Research stuff that you should be paying attention to. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for all the people who donated too. And thank you for watching up until this point.